Today, Tuesday the 8th of October 2024, we have some hand-picked match predictions to share with you, which will be backed up by some stats and analytics to help you make your picks in this list to boost your winning by a greater percent. And to those of you who want to have access to even more games, as well as our top match prediction picks based on top 10 and top 15, based on over 1.5 and 2.5 goal match picks, as well as corner kick match prediction events which we share to members only, then you want to make sure that you become a member of the Level 2 Pro plan by making sure that you access the link below this video description, click on it, navigate to join to become a member, and start to have access to members only videos to take your winning to the next level. So without wasting time, I'm going to begin with the first event of our today's list. Looking at the first match pick, we are looking at Champions League of Women, that is in the Europe Champions League Women, a game between Lyon women against Galatasaray women. First, I want to share with you the recent performance of Lyon, which is the home team. Lyon women, you're going to see that based on recent event, they have had this same here, and of course, you're going to see that its performance based on the average goal score rate per each event is very high, scoring between 4, 6, and even 8 goals per each event. That of Galatasaray women, on the other hand, which mostly played in the Super League of Turkey women, you're going to see that they are also very good in terms of recent event they have had, and they have also recently played in the Champions League women, which they perform very greatly. Also, the opponent Lyon has also played in the club-friendly women recently, and the offense was also very great, scoring between 4 to 8 goals per each event. This tournament is just the first round, and of course, both of these two sides want to impress. As a result, we want to look at two major picks in this event in full time. And if you look here, you're going to see the stands. Lyon has been placed on the first position and its opponent on the fourth. Therefore, two major picks we want to look at for this event in full time. For this particular tournament, both of the two sides have performed greatly in recent events they have had. And since this tournament is just starting, both of the two sides want to impress. And high impression rate will cause goals probability. Therefore, we want to look at least 1.5 goal to occur in this match in full time, or the possibility of at least 2 goals over. Looking at the next pick, we want to look at England in the Professional Developmental League, a match between Ipswich U21 playing against Watford U21. Performance or recent game performance of this home team Ipswich have proved that they are good, scoring between 2 to 3 goals per each event. Watford, on the other hand, proved that they are very conceding, and they also try to score at least between 2 to 3 goals per each event, and even 4 goals, as you can see here. Looking at the stance between these two, especially the performance of these in terms of form, you're going to see that based on the form table, Watford, Ipswich sits on the 5th position. Having played 5 events, they have had 7 goals scored and 6 conceded. Its opponent, on the other hand, proved that they are very conceding. And looking at everything in place, we want to look at two major picks in this event in full time. For this particular tournament, of course, both of these two sides have shown that they are good in terms of conceding power. And as a result, this tournament, both of the two sides want to impress. So therefore want to look at least 1.5 goal to occur in this match in full time, or at least 2 goals over. Looking at the next, we are looking at Europe Champions League women, a match between AS Roma women playing against Wolfsburg women. The performance of Roma, especially in the Serie A women, you can see that their performance is good, and they have also had games, especially in the Champions League women, that have performed very greatly, and also against Servette, you can see a great performance. Its opponent, on the other hand, which mostly played in the Bundesliga women, proved that they are also good, and they have also had games in the Champions League women, which performance was really great, as you can see, scoring between 7 and 5 goals in the Champions League women. This time, of course, these two are coming to meet, and the offense of both sides is very strong. We want to look at two major picks here in full time. Since this is the first round of this tournament, both of the two, of course, want to impress. And looking at the fact that both sides are very good in offense, they want to impress to try to score goals and to secure good points. Therefore, we want to look at 1.5 goal in full time or 2 goals over. Looking here at the next, we are looking at England in the FA Cup, a match between Lowestoft against Haringey. For this event, of course, the performance of the home team have proved that they are good in terms of scoring 2, 3, and 2 goals per each event recently. The opponent, on the other hand, also are good in terms of scoring 3 goals per each event, And looking at the fact that both of these two sides want to impress, and the fact that the first leg between these two ended at 6 goals, we want to look at two major picks in this event in full time. In this FA Cup qualification, both of the two sides want to impress. And looking at the first leg, it ended as 3-3, a total of 6 goals. This time, both of the two still want to impress. Therefore, still want to look at least 1.5 or 2.5 goals for this event in full time. Looking at the next, we are looking at Belgium in the Super League Women, a match between Anderlecht women against Club Brugge women. For this event, of course, the home team Anderlecht have proved that they are very offensive based on recent events they have had. The opponent, on the other hand, also is average in terms of goal scoring, but they do concede as well. Looking at the performance of Anderlecht, especially at home, they are very offensive based on recent event record they have had. Club Brugge, on the other hand, proved to be also good, but the conceding power in some events is high. Comparing the stats between these two in terms of form, they have just had 2 matches, as you can see, based on form. And looking at overall form, let's look at the home. This is the second round of this tournament. And looking at the fact that Anderlecht have had 1 game at home, they have scored up to 5 goals. And of course, its opponent, on the other hand, based on recent game they have had away, you can see 2 games away, and they have conceded 3. Looking at everything in place, we want to look at 2 major picks here in full time. For this tournament, of course, the performance of the home team Anderlecht have proved to be very offensive. Its opponent, on the other hand, is average, and therefore we want to look at 2 major picks here. Either Anderlecht to lead in full time, or the probability of at least 1.5 goal to occur in this match in full time. Looking at the next, we are looking at England in the Professional Developmental League, a match between Cure PRO U21 against Bristol City. Performance of the home team recently have proved that they are good in offense, but they also do concede as much. Bristol, on the other hand, is also good in scoring power and conceding power. Now, looking at the stands in terms of form comparison of these two, you're going to see that based on form, these two teams, especially Bristol, sits here on the 2nd position. Having played 5 events, they have had 3 wins, scoring 12 goals and conceding 5. The opponent, on the other hand, proved to be very conceding 17 goals for 5 events played recently. And looking at everything in place, we want to look at 2 major picks here in full time. Since Bristol is proved to be good in terms of offense, but that of the home is very weak at defense, we want to look at least 1.5 goal in full time as Bristol City to lead. But goal probability is the most occurrence here, since the home team might also want to impress. Therefore, 1.5 goal or 2 goals over is our major pick. Looking at the next, we are looking at the Europe Champions League women, this time Celtic women against Twente women. Performance of Celtic women recently have proved that they are very offensive, scoring 2 to 7 goals per each event. Twente, on the other hand, have also proved to be good. And this tournament is starting, which is the first round. Both of the two sides will want to impress. And looking at everything in place, we want to look at 2 major picks here in full time. For this tournament, this is the first round, and both sides want to impress. High impression rate is high goals probability rate. Therefore, we want to look at the possibility of at least 2 goals to occur in this match in full time. Looking at the next, we are still looking at the Champions League women of Europe, but this time Chelsea women against Real Madrid women. Looking at this performance of Chelsea women, it proved to be very offensive based on recent events they have had. Real Madrid women, on the other hand, is also good, and this tournament is just the first round. Both of the two sides will still want to impress. High impression rate will look at goals probability, therefore want to look at 2 major picks here in full time. First, we want to look at least 1.5 goal in full time. Secondly, 2 goals over. And to those of you who want to have access to our hand-picked predictions for this coming weekend, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, then of course you want to make sure that you join to become a member of the Level 2 Pro plan to start to have access to all of these features to take your winning to the next level. The link is below this video. You can easily click and join to start having access to our top 10 and top 15 game predictions, which we provide every weekend for Friday, Saturday and Sunday, with each list to take your winning to the next level. Good luck and see you again in the next upload, and bye bye for now.